Alright, what makes this especially hard and the reason I'm practicing this is in this particular mode, you don't have access to a bow or a gun, right? And normally you would hit your left trigger and then hit your right bumper and B to quick draw, and that quickly sheathes the weapon with the bow or gun animation. The cannon's not all that great, but still works. Anyway, for this here, the reason I'm showing this is you got to press forward at the exact same time, or kind of rolling. You hit the RB button, right bumper, and the B button to quickly sheath, and then you gotta, while you're still holding the right bumper, then you tap B again to get the quick draw to come out. So that's a little bit different and not quite as easy as the other method. It's the only reason I'm doing this is just practicing that particular method. Now, in the last demonstration, the Warrior of the West, we got bow or rifle, and that's much easier. And just so you know, on humanoid opponents, really you want to slash them to the ground like that right there, and then get directly behind them and just keep them pinned to the ground with the quick slash. He'll never get up, but I'm just practicing him, just goofing off. I'm not trying to just wipe him out, you know, from behind, and that's it. You could do that. So, oh, and just so you know, I'm not all that good with the Odachi. I don't usually play that, so the sword and the dual swords is what I like. I'm not saying the Odachi completely sucks. It's got one hell of a range and does a lot of damage, but I just don't use it. I don't know all the moves with it, so I kind of had to figure out some basic stuff with it to set this up to get it to work. And of course, the Odachi quick draw is way slower, so you need to give the opponent more distance to run towards you. But if you hit them, it does way more damage. Now, the dual swords are faster, but I find that the animation a lot of times, yeah, it swings right through the opponent, but it seems to miss. So it's like the hitboxes are way too small or something. It's way different than the sword. The sword's the best, in my opinion. As for learning all the combos that you see on a lot of these tutorials, you know, these folks that do the, I mean, the stuff looks awesome. Man, you got flash attack, weapon, quick weapon changes, all that shit. I mean, that's cool to learn, but it's not really going to help you in the game, and it kind of lures you into setting yourself up for defeat, because the first time you play through this, you're going to get your ass handed to you if you try that shit. The main thing you want to focus in on is keep pulsing every time you finish, you know, an attack. That's the first thing. And you want to learn how to abuse this quick weapon draw, or the quick draw technique. That will help you probably the most. And all that other shit you can just throw out the window, because it's probably not going to work. Now, it'll work on skeletons and humans, you know, that have low toughness. But if you're fighting an opponent like a yokai or a humanoid opponent like the Warrior of the West, which I'll show in the end of the video here, their toughness is off the charts. So, I mean, any kind of combo you try to start, they're just going to strike you right through that and knock you out of your combo and probably kick your ass or kill you. So that shit does not work. And if you doubt what I'm saying, look at the fastest speedrunners in the world at this game, or what they're using, and you won't see any of that overly complicated combo shit. They're abusing the quick draw technique, and of course the Sarigama, Reaper, Summer Twilight, and of course Confusion is what they're using. The rest of that shit, you can just throw it right out the window. It don't work. I mean, I'm sure if you get a high enough level it works, but when you're first starting off in this game, you know, not the way of the strong, you're just wasting your time. Because if you tried it with this guy right here, he's just going to strike you. Well, I don't think he'll strike you right through your attack. He'll block it. But I find it kind of useless. Of course, that's my personal opinion. That might rub people the wrong way, and honestly, I don't give a shit. I know what works. And honestly, abusing that quick strike like that right there and keeping the opponents, especially the humanoid bosses in this game, pinned to the ground is going to make life so much easier for you. So you can just take the complicated combo stuff and just get rid of it, because it's not going to work for the most part. So enjoy the rest of the game. At the very tail end, I put the Warrior of the West video in. It's a no-hitter, and that's always nice, because this bastard, when you first start playing the game, beats the ever-loving shit out of you. And of course, if you're attacking him, his toughness is so high that he can just come right through your attacks without being interrupted. So he's worse than he no Emma. So yeah, and the quick draw works on him. Every time he comes running at you, if you space it just right, he'll roll off to the right and try to shoot you with the air. And if you got it spaced right, you'll still hit him. Now, if you don't have it spaced right, you'll miss, and you got to dodge back to avoid the arrows. But it's a fairly simple fight. The only thing I suggest not doing in what I do in this video is when you deplete his ki and he's staggered, don't grapple him or stab him through with the weapon. Go ahead and quick draw him to the ground and then get directly behind him and just start quick drawing his ass, knocking him down to the ground over and over and over, and the fight will go pretty damn quick then. And I don't really like to try to dash through that damn quick draw of his. And if you don't get it right, you get drilled for major damage or no ki, and then he just runs your ass through and kills you. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. And later.